Need a little help with business or maybe your love life, dating scene? My next guest says she can help. Marisa Pell uses her intuition when it comes to all of these subjects. Marisa, good morning.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
Thank you. It's nice to have you here. How long have you been doing this, using your intuition to help others?
About 10 years now.
Successfully?
Successfully, yes. In my own life, and then developed the business in 2002.
Now, you, I guess you're kind of a personal consultant then?
Yes, but not like a practical personal consultant. I use a little bit of intuition, a little bit of practicality, mix them together, and then somebody goes off, they get their dream job, they get their dream guy. You know, it all works out.
Now, a lot of people think they have intuition or say they have intuition, right. And maybe they don't always have good intuition. Has yours always worked for you?
Not always. That's why it tends to develop over time. Because we all make bad choices and then go back and say, well, I knew that. Why didn't I just listen to myself? So using your intuition for dating is kind of like cutting to the chase and getting on with your life a little bit shorter amount of time than wasting your time.
All right. And can somebody work on their intuition?
They could. They could work to develop it, and that's what I do with people who are in the dating field. And I work with them on how to develop that intuition, to trust their gut, to use that when they're dating.
So you work with relationships, with business, and with dating. Is dating maybe the most problematic?
Yes, because we have people who are very, very good with their careers. They're very professional, very successful, but with dating there always seems to be a little bit of a problem. People date and they want someone in their life, so they're afraid of being alone, and they want to give people a chance, but you really do know within the first 10 seconds whether or not you should date that person again.
The first 10 seconds?
First 10 seconds, yes.
And is this a formal meeting, or could it be somebody you just casually meet? You would know within 10 seconds.
You would. You know initially within 10 seconds. This could be anyone. This could be a business meeting, somebody you're going to for a career, and somebody you're dating. So you know within the first 10 seconds, if you ask yourself yes or no, you will get an answer from your gut.
This has happened to you?
Many times, but I didn't listen to it.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm in a relationship
but now you're hearing
for a year.
Now you're listening.
Yeah, now I'm listening.
Now you put there's 6 key items that you say you should pay attention to.
All 6 senses.
During those 10 seconds?
No, this is to evaluate during the first 3 dates. You should be able to make your decision within the first 3 dates.
All right.
And if you don't want to move on, you should cut it off then. If you do want to move on, you should move on from there.
All right, well, let's run down those. The first one is intuit.
Yes. This is something we've all used. This is the general yes or no instinctively within the first few seconds, within the first 5 seconds, do you get a yes or no? And this is something which a lot of women have used and a lot of men have used, and something we see in The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. During that first elimination round, they really don't have that much time to decide who they're going to eliminate and who they're going to keep. And they really use that first impression to decide that.
Well, I find it interesting, too, that some of those people that you see on those shows talk at the end of the show, the whole process, about that very first meeting and how important it was.
Yeah,
so
they know.
Maybe people aren't paying enough attention to that first meeting then.
They're not, because we're really a culture of chances. We always want to give someone that second chance. Maybe they had a bad day, maybe they were tired, maybe I was in a bad mood, but really during the first date you should be able to tell and move on from there.
All right, now, next one, watch. Body language, eye contact.
If someone doesn't look at you in the eye when they're talking to you, you really should be aware of that person. You don't really want to trust them. Body language, are they angled towards you? Are their feet and their knees towards you? Do they look at you intently? If they take the power seat in...
Well, you don't want somebody looking too intently.
No.
It's like staring like some sort of stalker coming your way, right?
You don't want somebody to be like just staring at you right away. But if someone's eyes are darting all over the restaurant when you're there, or they're not looking at you when they're telling you about their life, usually they're not telling you the truth. So if they take the power seat in the restaurant where they can envision the whole restaurant and they're taking in everything but you, then there's a problem. So you really got to pay attention to a person's eye contact and whether they're telling you the truth by their body language, what they're saying. If a person's sitting like this, then it means they're closed off to you. They don't really want to talk to you.
That sounds like some good common sense there. Listen.
Listen. Listen to what somebody is saying. Are they using positive or negative language? Positive language, upbeat, negative language, there's something wrong. If they're talking about their past relationships, talking about how bad they were, how much they were hurt, usually they're not over those obstacles yet.
This sounds like it might be true for somebody interviewing for a job as well. These same sort of things. It's almost like you're interviewing the person that you're thinking of dating here.
Right. You're the director. It's your movie. You're picking out the cast, and you want someone that's going to do a good job.
Now, you say it's important to feel this person. What do you mean by that?
This is very, very, very important, because a lot of times we're blinded by external appearances. So we see the nice car, we see the nice clothes, we see the beautiful restaurant that we're going to, and we're like, oh, we're so wowed by this. But we're really not paying attention to how we're feeling on the inside. What that energy is, what is being projected between you and I. not really you and I, but that person. And do you feel comfortable when you're around that person? Do you feel like you could be yourself? Do you feel like you could talk to that person? Or do you feel more closed in and like you're walking on thin ice?
Yeah, but if the guy brings her to like McDonald's or something, which is not, you're a big, fancy, expensive restaurant, then she may not be paying him any attention. Maybe he should use that as a guide.
Yeah, maybe I should. Extra value meal.
Smell is important, you say.
Yes, and that's kind of a funky
Too much
thing.
cologne or what? Not enough?
Well,
not enough?
Not enough, too much, not the right type. If you're not attracted to the person's cologne or the way they smell, that's a personal taste issue. But later on in the relationship, you do get a sense of the person's natural smell, and that's chemical, that's pheromones. So you really want to pay attention to whether you're attracted to that natural smell or whether you're not, because if you're not attracted to the natural smell, no matter how nice the person is, it just won't work.
And finally, taste. We're almost out of time here, but it's the first kiss.
Yes.
Pay attention.
Pay attention to how it tastes and personal taste as well.
All right. Marisa Pell, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We should mention your website, which is knowledgeforliving.com. We'll put a link on your website from our website so people can find all this helpful information.
Great.
Thank you for your intuition.
Yes, no problem.